Well, it's no longer news that Douglas Jack Agu versus Eric Money have been running around for over 2 years, as a one Runtown, aka Douglas Jack Agu, has been issued with various court orders. Now, just on Wednesday, a new injunction was issued, obviously to Runtown to the Abuja High Court. I'm Dennis the Business. Welcome to Africa Social TV for the entertainment news. And obviously, I'm about to just give you a series of the court events, court sessions, call them insults, call them the breach of contract by Runtown. Now, one may say this is a stunt just to promote his songs, my friend. This is a very, very big issue because it involves money, it involves the law, it is legal. You understand? It involves big, big business. I've been following this up at least since last June, and I read the whole story. And obviously, it's me to give you the real gist of what happened between Runtown and former record label Eric Money. Now, to start with, these were very good friends. The contracted hits, obviously, that is one of the members of Eric Money, the record label, and things were good. Now, Runtown recently released his first song this year in June after prolonged bitter dispute with the label, that is his former label, Eric Money Records, which has been going on since 2016 after the singer announced that he was leaving the label. Now, his new song, Unleash, is the lead single ahead of his upcoming album, which he has hinted should be out before the end of the year. Now, you should remember that since Runtown has released this album, before that time, Runtown, under his contract with Eric Money, he had to release an album. It was part of the contract. But right now, we see that he's releasing it under his new record label that I'm about to tell you about. Now, going forward, Runtown, Douglas Jack Agu still flies in and goes ahead to say that the release of the new single not only announced the return of Runtown to the scene, but it also came with the legal implications after it popped up on the radar of Eric Money, leading to an injunction accusing him of contempt of standing court orders. Now, let me get for you the timeline of this particular relationship of Eric Money, the record label, the management over there, and Runtown. Yeah, this could be business gone wrong. This could be some sort of what can I say? Business gone wrong, breach of contract. But Runtown has not yet come out to tell the whole story of what happened. Because what I'm getting right now is stuff that I've collected since last year, how the story began, and why Runtown is still running around with Eric Money. Now, 2014, let's start with 2014 here. 2014, we have the setting up of Eric Money Records. And the story of Eric Money reportedly began in February 2014 when the singer Presh of the defunct group KC Presh met with Johnson Adumike, who is currently the general manager of Eric Money Entertainment. Now, Daily Motors got involved at the point when they required funds, and with the help of his friend Cecile Ahmad, who is the CEO of Lifetime Entertainment, a contract was established leading to the formation of Eric Money Records, with Dilly as the head. As you can see right there, Eric Money, Runtown, Dilly, they were very close. I'm still giving you 2014 events. Still looking at 2014, Runtown signs with Eric Money. Things were okay. Yeah, things were okay. Runtown met Dilly in 2014 via a mutual friend called Bugo Aneto, a former manager at the Eric Money Entertainment. Now, following the success of his earlier singles like Galado alongside Davido and his impressive performance at the 2014 edition of AY Live, which had Dilly in attendance, Runtown got signed onto Eric Money Records. Now, the contract was for a 2-year term, which Runtown signed in May 2014. Yeah. May 2014, he signed the agreement under the terms that he was to drop an album and be free to leave in 2016 with room of an extension. Now, one may wonder that Runtown, maybe Eric Money took advantage of Runtown that time. He had just come into business. He wasn't really understanding, and very many upcoming artists fall a victim of these record labels. But as you know, Eric Money was smart enough to sign this guy up. And remember, when they sign you up, you are not supposed to contemplate with a legal agreement, because once an agreement is done, it is done. Once you put a signature right there, it is done. If you feel that you can't go on with the record label, then there's still a procedure. You get a meeting, discuss with the management, and you let them know that, you know what, I feel this is supposed to be changed. Rundown didn't do this anyway. So the question is, who is in wrong here? If Rundown felt along the way 2014, 2015, and things were not going so well, the question is, was there a meeting? Let there be a music consultant right there to let me know in the community section if there was a meeting between Runtown and Eric Money management just to change, or to reschedule, or to redraw the contract between Runtown and Eric Money. The question is, what did Runtown do after knowing there was a problem with him and Eric Money as the record label? Now, we're still talking 2015 here as Runtown releases debut album Ghetto University, right? Now, Ghetto University was not a bad album, and on November 23rd, Runtown released the Ghetto University, which was adjudged to be a critical and commercial success with 17 tracks at least and hit singles like Lagos to Kampala with Wizkid, The Bang featuring Uhuru, and Wallahi. Fast forward 2016. Fast forward 2016, what does Runtown do? Runtown terminates the contract, alleges threats to life. This was the year when everything boiled over and over, and the house of cards came falling down. When I say house of cards, the game obviously fell down right here. In May, Runtown terminated his contract with the label, alleging, among its other things, threat to life and extortion. Now, in a statement issued by his lawyers, it read, "It is our client's position, I quote, that you have been in continued breach of several clauses of recording agreement executed with him and have failed despite several notices which occasioned his right to terminate the contract." Now, what do I get here? It looks like Runtown tried to terminate this contract, but Eric Money and their legal team played it so smart that Runtown couldn't really terminate this contract. So which means Runtown, after realizing that there was something wrong with Eric Money, he contacted his lawyers to come terminate this contract. But as you know, law is continuous. Things can go on and on and on for years. As they say, if it is a crime, it does not rot. It will still stay, and still the rest of their life will move on. So Runtown kept on moving right here. Now, this was swiftly followed by a court injunction by the record label on grounds of fraudulent activities. In an extensive, obviously, media interview, Runtown alleged that he had stared down the barrel of a gun pulled on him by his label boss, and have had to endure multiple verbal cases of abuse and a refusal to release his money. What do we get here? It looks like there was a gun brawl between the bosses, or one of the bosses of Eric Money and Runtown. Well, now we only wonder that if Runtown had reported this, because obviously the law will ask, or any law enforcer will ask, when they pulled a gun on you, did you report, did you record a statement, yeah, that you were being tortured by your bosses? Question, just to answer. Now, I claim that Eric Money have since refuted. Now, Eric Money said this did not happen. Now, after the injunction, both parties came together for a statement out of court. All the cases were struck out, and Eric Money paid the pending royalties for that period, while they arranged a new set of rules of engagement. What do we get here? It looks like after this period of time, we are talking which year, this year, I mean last year, 2017. These guys tried to reschedule the arrangements and the contracts of this whole saga of Eric Money and Runtown still throwing in court cases every now and then, stopping him from performances, and obviously telling their legal team to write to him to adjust accordingly. But Runtown obviously refused. Going forward, in an exclusive interview, Runtown alleged that uh, that after the injunction, both the parties came together for a settlement out of court. Now, all the cases were struck out, and Eric Money paid the pending. You hear that? Eric Money. Eric Money paid the pending royalties for that period while they arranged a new set of rules of engagement. There was also an agreement for extension in the contract for Runtown. One may ask, if there was an extension in a contract for Runtown, was Runtown really interested in extending a contract with Eric Money? Because before it was 2 years. But now this is where the problem comes in. When an artist signed under a record label starts to ask of the revenue, yet he knew what percentage is supposed to get. This is what happens. Sometimes artists do sign agreements with record labels. Then later on, he produces a single, very good single that hits the whole of Africa. Then he starts to think that he's supposed to share equally with the record label. Yet there's at least a 20, I mean a 20 or a percentage venture right there. You either get 20%, record label gets the 80%. Or it's vice versa, or it's a 30%, or it's 80, or it's 70%, something like that. Because they share percentages as the revenues do come in. The money you make off the concerts right there is supposed to be shared between the record label and you. The question is, what is the role of an artist here, and what is the role of the record label? That is for you to answer in the commentary section. Let me know. Now, it was at this point that the feud supposedly got worse, with Eric Money going to court to file a new injunction. Talking about the injunction, that is the paperwork right there. As you can read on top, we can see that it is none other than Douglas, that is Douglas Jack Agu, aka Runtown, notice of consequences of disobedience to court, to order of court. So which means Runtown kept on refuting the court orders, which is a crime. You know, under law, the law is very funny. When they call you to court, you are supposed to go. Yeah. So we are looking at 2018, the year of more lawsuits. The year started for Runtown on a busy note after he was slammed with 2 lawsuits by Eric Money Records. Eric Money clung on. A second injunction was served on the singer in March, while he was again taken to court in May on grounds that he has failed to fulfill his obligations to the label, as he was still under contract till June 22nd, 2018. Owing them an album and 267 million naira in investments and expended. Wow! 267 million naira is a lot of money. The story I read in March, there was a Lamborghini that the label had acquired for Runtown. Yeah, so it looks like Eric Money is putting this in addition, yeah, to the court cases and the money he's supposed to pay. Because the only thing that Eric Money is supposed to do is to give us a subview, a breakdown of how the 267 million naira of investment comes in. The question is, if at all Runtown gets down the drain with this case, where is he going to get the money? Maybe, maybe not. Still going forward with the lawsuits for 2018. I quote a statement here that says, while our contract is supposed to fall due for expiration on 22nd June 2018, Eric Money now has an outstanding balance of about 266.694.775 to recoup on our investment and expenses on Runtown's career, the statement read. Now, Runtown, who had traveled out to the US for an event in January, did not return to the country all through this period and was unable to release any song or engage in any activity right here. Now, if Runtown went out of the country to the US when he still had court cases, what was Eric Money as a management, or what was the legal team of Eric Money doing? They should have stopped him from going out of the country, right? Because he still had court issues. That's what they do. There's always a legal document that is served, to that person that you are claiming to be demanding and all that stuff, or have court cases, and you're given that document so that you are barred from leaving the country until the court issues are done. Now, the present state of things right now, perhaps buoyed by the expiration of the contract of June 22nd, Runtown launched his own record label, that is Sound God Music Group, on June 25th, and released a single, Unleash, on Friday, June 29th. This move prompted the label to again file a fresh injunction against Runtown before the Abuja High Court on the grounds of contempt of court orders following the release of the song. Now, we are still working tooth and nail to see that we get an interview, at least an interview or a written document from Runtown, what he says about this. Because as you can see, it looks like Runtown's contract, it was done already. That is 22nd June is already done. We are in July. Runtown continuously breaks the rules of recording songs outside the record label. Eric Money still says they own Runtown's name, so that is still a court case. Runtown has made his own record label whereby he's booked by event promoters to sing and collect the money is paid for appearances. Now, Eric Money, with a bounty of 267 million naira, they say that is the money so far. What will happen by the end of 2018? I don't know where this is going. You let me know in the comment section. I'm Dennis the Business. Just gave you Runtown versus Eric Money, the official timeline of court cases, the insults, the breach of contract, all to you. Now, I sign out right now. Let me talk to you soon. For more entertainment, keep it here for Africa Social TV. I'm Dennis the Business.